Welcome to the Rainbow Sash Movement's news podcast. Archbishop Gomez of the Archdiocese of Los Angeles calls for immigration reform. But does he mean it? Archbishop Gomez called for reform at the 129th Knights of Columbus National Conference, held in Denver this week, will not be heard unless he is willing to show integrity with his message. The Knights of Columbus represent a falsification of the gospel message of inclusiveness when it comes to immigration reform, and a stealth form of immigrant homophobia. His message is clearly geared to heterosexual immigrants, while dismissing the legitimate issues of gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgendered immigrants. You can't have your cake and eat it too, Archbishop Gomez. Either you want immigration reform, or you want to promote division in the immigration community. Congressman Lou Bartlett of Hazleton, Pennsylvania, gained national fame when, as mayor of his hometown, he pushed through a viciously anti-immigrant law. Either the Archbishop is opposed to this form of bigotry, or he is not. If he is opposed to it, how therefore can he be silent on the issue of gay, lesbian immigration? We thank the Archbishop for raising the specter of racism in the Knights of Columbus. The Rainbow Sash Movement agrees with him when he says, "The Knights of Columbus perfectly exemplifies the demographic of white working-class ethnics. The question is whether they will indulge in the politics of resentment cultivated by the likes of Barletta." The Archbishop then tells us, the important thing for us to approach these political issues not as Democrats or Republicans, liberals or conservatives, but as Catholics. These words sound hollow to us since he and the U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops have promoted the Republican agenda on so many issues. The most recent and divisive was about national health care reform. How can Archbishop Gomez say the Knights of Columbus represent the three pillars of Catholic social justice thought when they engage in overt homophobia? Solidarity, common good, and subsidiarity are the tools of enlightenment, not bigotry. Immigration reform must acknowledge the importance of all families and not pit families against each other. If immigration reform does not promote solidarity between all immigrant families, it will be hollow. The Rainbow Sash Movement is saddened that Archbishop Gomez and the Knights of Columbus's stealth message of homophobia in immigration reform is being promoted by the Catholic media, such as the National Catholic Reporter. Archbishop Gomez's stealth form of bigotry in any form never really points the way, as the National Catholic Reporter seems to believe. Thank you, the listener, for listening to this issue of the Rainbow Sash Movement's news podcast. God bless.